This is Jonah, a prophet chosen by God, tasked with delivering God's messages to people of Nineveh. Instead of listening and obeying God, Jonah decided to run away to Tarshish, a far-off place. Jonah was intentional and decided not to deliver God's message because the people of Nineveh would listen and repent. This is a captivating story of the need to listen and obey. Please enjoy this delightful tale from us. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a man named Jonah. Jonah was a prophet, which means he was chosen by God to deliver special messages to people. One day, God spoke to Jonah. "Jonah, go to the great city of Nineveh and tell the people there to stop doing bad things. If they don't listen, I will destroy their city." Jonah knew the people of Nineveh were very wicked, and he didn't want to go. He was scared and thought, if I go to Nineveh, the people might hurt me. And besides, they don't deserve God's mercy. So, Jonah decided to run away. He thought he could escape from God's plan. He went down to the port and found a ship that was going to a place called Tarshish, in the opposite direction of Nineveh. Jonah paid for his ticket and got on the ship. Jonah thought he could hide from God. But can anyone really hide from God? No, God sees everything. While Jonah was on the ship, God sent a powerful storm. The wind howled, and the waves were like giant mountains crashing against the ship. The sailors were terrified. They thought the ship would break into pieces. They started throwing cargo overboard to lighten the ship, but it didn't help. The captain of the ship went to find Jonah. Jonah was sleeping deep down in the ship. The captain woke him up and said, "How can you sleep? Get up and pray to your God. Maybe he will save us." Jonah knew the storm was because of him. He told the sailors, "I am running away from God. If you throw me into the sea, the storm will stop." The sailors didn't want to throw Jonah into the sea. They tried their best to row back to shore, but the storm got even worse. Finally, they decided they had no other choice. They prayed to God, "Please, don't punish us for taking this man's life." Then they threw Jonah into the sea. And guess what happened? The storm stopped. The sea became calm, and the wind stopped blowing. The sailors were amazed and very thankful to God. But what about Jonah? Did he drown? No. God had a special plan to save Jonah. God sent a huge fish, a giant whale, to swallow Jonah. Jonah was in the belly of the whale for 3 days and 3 nights. It was dark, wet, and smelly inside the whale. Inside the whale, Jonah prayed to God. He said he was sorry for running away and promised to do what God asked. He prayed and prayed, thanking God for saving him. God heard Jonah's prayer and decided to give him another chance. God told the whale to spit Jonah out onto dry land. The whale swam to the shore and with a big splash, spit Jonah out onto the beach. Jonah was very happy to be free. This time, he did what God asked him to do. He went to Nineveh and started telling the people, "In 40 days, Nineveh will be destroyed if you don't stop doing bad things." The people of Nineveh listened to Jonah. They believed his message and were very sorry for their bad behavior. They stopped doing bad things and prayed to God for forgiveness. Even the king of Nineveh put on rough clothes and sat in ashes to show how sorry he was. When God saw that the people of Nineveh had changed their ways and were truly sorry, he decided not to destroy their city. God showed them mercy because they listened and changed their hearts. Jonah learned an important lesson. He learned that you can't run away from God. God always has a plan for us, and it's always best to listen and obey. And sometimes, God's mercy and love are greater than we can understand. And so, we learn an important lesson from Jonah's story. We learn that we can never run away from God. God always knows where we are and has a plan for us. It's always best to listen to God and obey His commands. We also learn that God is merciful and loves everyone, even those who have done wrong. If we are truly sorry and change our ways, God will forgive us. Thank you for watching.